down in the ground and grow leaf bath. You're ultimately trying to get about 2/3 of your organic
saving
matter
the environment by everybody stopping eating meat. Is that the best solution for us, or what are your thoughts on how do we improve the environment?
Well, number one, meat's what you're supposed to eat. You're a terrestrial carnivore. The last 3.5 million years of human evolution have been based on meat. This frou-frou meat stuff is a big-ass joke in more ways than one. The other thing is we need the cattle to improve our environment to keep people living on the planet. And if we don't start doing a hell of a lot better job, this thing is going to degrade quicker and quicker and quicker. Leaving land fallow and conserving it is not a solution to the problem. These environmentalists all think that if you just let this stuff go, it'll go back to nature. It won't. It'll go back to desert. And the reason is all of this country, for the most part of it, had big herds of grazing animals eating it. It had predators chasing them, following them, bunching them, making them stay in groups, which perpetuated all of the savanna in California and the Midwest and 4/5 of the entire arable ground on the population on the planet. And if we don't get back to this, we're going to lose our environment, because the two biggest degradations to the environment are cities, which is asphalt and concrete, and monocrop grazing. You can't leave your soil uncovered 9 months out of the year and expect to have a sustainable civilization. Ground's got to have cover on it 365 days a year, and we got to learn to grow our crops in our grass.
Yeah, so in the wild, even in the wild, you need lots of ruminant animals to put manure down and stomp down the land for it to grow correctly.
Well, that's the only way you can put fertility back in the soil. I mean, these organic guys, you got three ways. You can buy manure and put it down, you can graze it, or you can let it go fallow, plow the fallow ground down there and grow a crop with the crop residue. Both of those methods are not sustainable, because you got to have an animal creating the poop for the organic part of the first part. The second part is you can keep some fertility in the soil with cover crops, but cover crops, there's a systemic loss to it. If you take 4.5 tons of green beans off an acre of ground, every single bit of that, minerals, vitamins, that was in that plant, you hauled off the ground. You've got to replace it. And what I tell people when I'm giving little talks is, what do you do when you take 1,000-pound steer off a ranch? Basically 700 pounds of it's water, 3.4 pounds of it is minerals, and the rest is sunshine. And the key, most significant thing to ruminant animals is the fact that they are the least efficient animals on the planet to grow meat. But 90% of everything they eat, they put right back into the ground, which perpetuates our fertility. And if it wasn't for the rumen on the cow, we wouldn't be able to grow crops anywhere in the world right now.
Yeah, remember,